Hello everyone, I hope you're doing great. Welcome back to class. So today we are going to be looking at introduction to pattern boards. Like I mentioned in the first video, we have different designs on the stone boards. I have some here, and I advised that if you want to get a stone board, get something with different designs that you can work with. So we have some here. You can see the various designs here. And also I'm going to be showing you how to use this boards. So let's start. Let's do this as yeah. Ah, and I talked about our transfer sheets. So when getting the transfer sheet, make sure you get the one with the long length. Don't go for the short length. So I'm going to show you how you arrange your stones on your stone board. So right now I have my stone board. I have my picker, and this is another picker. This one is very easy to use compared to this. I have my piece of velvet or the foam. So what you need to do now is, first of all, you need to understand the design you want to put on your fabric. So out of all these designs here, I want to use this particular design in my fabric. So the first thing I need to do is pour my stones on the board like this. Make sure you pour enough on the board. But before then, you can see I have a piece of fabric under my stone board. This is to prevent the stones from bouncing on the plain table. So you have to use something to protect your stones. So I have this fabric on there. So before putting your stones on your board, make sure you have something underneath it to prevent your stones from bouncing back. So either with the use of your foam or your piece of velvet, or if you have a duster that we use to wipe the board, you're fine. And you can use your palm. Just caress the stone like I'm doing. Either you use your palm. And there's something you need to know. In the market, the size of stone board that we have for stones is just size 10. You can't find other sizes. So when you're buying your stones, put that into consideration. If you want to work with patterns, just know you get boards for size 10 stones. So right now, I hope you can see what I'm doing. I'm spreading the stone. Let's assume this is a regular board. Like that's the same design from this tip to the other end. What you need to do is put your stones at the center and you spread out, or you start from this side and you spread evenly like that. So I'm working with this design. So spread your stone out. And if it's this you want to use, just mesmerize your stone in. Alright. Make sure it goes round all the holes. Once you are done doing that, just pack your stones. Put them on that fabric you have underneath your board. Let me zoom it so you can see. You can see that there are some empty holes here. There's some empty holes around. So what we need to do is, with the use of either this or your picker, you can just pick stones and fix them back inside those holes. So that's what I'm about to do. So this, you can see it has picked the stone. I just put it inside the board inside the hole in the board. That's all. This is faster than using the picker though. So anyone that works for you is fine. So we're done putting and filling the holes. And make sure you check your board very well. You might see some excesses on the board, so look carefully before you put your transfer sheet on it. Like now, see this is an extra stone, so make sure you remove the excess on the board. So that's it. And while working, be very, very careful. It's either you work alone or you work with someone that is like-minded. You might be working and someone just drops, you might drop something on it mistakenly. See, it has bounced off some stones on the board. I'm going to do that again. While working, you just drop you can see what just happened. So be very careful, because you'll have to start work all over again. So we have to rearrange that and make sure everything is in place. So once you're done arranging, the next thing you need to do with your tape measure the size of your pattern so that you know how to cut your transfer sheet. So I have 11 here, but I'll make it, let me see, I have 10.5 here. I'll make it 11 or even 11.5. 11.5 by the same thing, we have to check this side, by 11, but I'm going to make it 12 by 12 to be on the safer side. So get your transfer sheet and cut out 12 by 12. At times I like to do this. Once I just place a smaller piece, okay, this covers it well. So what you need to do is, let's assume you have a full board. It's better you have someone around you that can help you. I'm going to show you a video on that too, so that you don't make mistakes while putting your stones on the transfer sheet. So just peel it open. Peel it open this way. If it was longer than this, you need someone to hold this white side for you. It's just a short one. I'm going to peel it open. So I have it here. The next thing I'm going to do is, this is the sticky side of the transfer sheet. So I'll go down to the base. Hope you can see, to the other tip, the other end, and bend it towards me. I'm holding this here. Be careful, this can be very tricky. You see? So let's assume it's longer than this. I'll have issues definitely. So this is the sticky part. Just bend it towards your side and place it on the very first edge like this, then smooth it over carefully. Once that is done, use your foam to press it in. Press it in. Press it in. You might find out later on that some have turned over or some are out of place. Just use your fingers to push it back into the hole. Let me zoom it so I'll show you. It's somewhere around here now. You can see like they're out of the hole, so just use your finger to push them back before you remove it. So once this is done, once you are sure that this is done, then you can peel. Look at that. And if you find out that some are still inside the board, just lay it back and press. There's something happening here. There's an excess stone here that we didn't get to remove. That is what is causing, that's what is making this one go back inside the hole. So we have to remove that. Anytime you find any excess, please remove it, because once you remove on your transfer sheet, you might not see it again. So just remove it immediately. Once you see any excess, remove it immediately. So okay. And if anyone is not coming out, just use your finger to press it back in. That is all. So this is it. I'm going to turn this board over so you can see it clearly. So at this point, okay, we have an excess here. That's why it's good to pack your stones out. Pack your stones before you use the transfer sheet. So I've removed this ones here. So look at your stones closely. At this point here, I can see that there's one missing. So I have to replace it. So I'm going to replace that. So I've replaced it. Then press them back. Make sure their tip is lying flat on the transfer sheet. At this stage, you have to be very careful. Make sure everything is lying flat on the transfer sheet. Over here, I can see that some stones are missing. I don't know what happened there, but we have to fill it. Over here, some stones are missing here. So we have to look at the design. Of course, I can't put it back on the board. We have to look at the design and make sure we fill everything back. So I'm going to do just that. One is missing here. Another is missing here. And another one right here. So we filled up that space. Then you look again. There are some stones that do not have gums under them, so you have to look very carefully so that such stones, you just remove them from your board. Like this doesn't have gum underneath it, so I'll just remove it and make sure I know where I removed that stone from. I'm going to put it right back. So this is it here. And there are some stones that you will see that their base is not facing up. That's the glue area. I have one here, like this here. So I have to remove it and turn it. So I'm turning it right back. Same thing I have here. This one is an excess. I found an excess somewhere, so I'm removing it. So that is basically how you transfer from your pattern board to your transfer sheet after spreading your stones on the board.